Welcome to a quick review of Dying Light 2, you infected bastards. I am pressed for time because another game released that is being worked on, so don't have the time unfortunately to do proper review. My apologies. Quick reviews are not something I plan on doing often, but I wanted to do this one because this game is perfect example how staples of modern AAA gaming like lack of creativity, weak ideas, inclusion of unnecessary role-playing elements and grinding has detrimental effects on otherwise decent products. Dying Light 2 was played for about 30 hours and I haven't finished it yet, not even close. So quick review score only counts for those 30 hours of unfinished game time. If I had time to fully finish it, final score would be either the same or go up or down 1 point. From what I've seen in these 30 hours, I don't see how it could go up. Would probably stay the same. Let's begin. First and foremost, combat is really good. Fighting zombies and humans is great fun, but sometimes I did feel like they have far too much health and for brief moments became tedious. Moves Aiden could perform during fight make for some amazing highlights, and to me this is strongest aspect of Dying Light 2. Dodging, blocking, power attacks, vaulting, drop kicks, throwing knives, kick and many other moves are available, which makes combat so much fun when combining all of it. Ragdoll physics are quite good and there is enough gore to make me happy, as it both adds a lot more to combat because it directly affects that fun factor. Human AI is bad though, and for some reason cutting limbs off of humans is not in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Decapitations are, but limbs are of titanium, I guess. Zombies can be butchered completely, so that is great. World is full of activities. For post-apocalyptic one it is quite vibrant. After unlocking paragliding, traversing becomes a lot more fun. Parkouring through obstacles is done well, but at times it can be clunky and frustrating, mostly because of how dumb stamina is implemented, which I'm gonna cover later. Still, parkouring is definitely a positive factor. When it flows, game is much more enjoyable. I would love for devs to include some kind of smart autocorrection while parkouring, because there is nothing more annoying when Aiden fails to understand the minor movements needed to continue the flow. World has plenty setups for parkouring and paragliding, which makes both activities more fun. There is one thing that pisses me off, however. We have bunch of buildings, houses, skyscrapers, and for some assholish reason in most cases there is only one entry and one exit point. Maybe two exit points at times. Prepare to spend a lot of time wondering how to get in or how to climb certain locations. In a game like this, options should be all around you. 10 different ways to enter and exit would make more sense compared to only one. Side quests are unique in a way that there is little backstory to them and do not repeat themselves, which is great, and repeatable activities are everywhere with occasional encounter that pops up. Story is decent, nothing spectacular, but certainly ain't bad. There are twists and turns with factions, which makes it more interesting over time. Characters are well written too. Even the main guy is somewhat interesting, but not that interesting. Characters like Barney, Hakon and especially Waltz steal the show. Waltz is fantastic bad guy.
We return to the beginning. And now you will witness history in the making.
History? 5 years old? You torture kids? We were kids.
You are part of something greater. You owe it to me that you are still alive.
Bad thing is that start of almost every quest is favor for a favor type of thing, and it gets annoying fast, but thankfully there is more substance than that. Main story quests are quite atmospheric, as they will take you through underground areas full of dangerous enemies.
So she loves me after all, despite her bitching and moaning. And they say romance is dead.
Day and night cycle is still here, which is great. I loved that mechanic in the first game, as doing night runs was scary, intense and atmospheric. It is similar here, even though nighttime doesn't feel as impactful anymore. Don't really know why. Maybe we got used to it, so it lost a bit of its magic. No clue. Can't recall if there were chases in first game, but those can be fun. Very intense when half the map is chasing while you are desperately trying to reach areas with UV light that hurt infected. Audio work is really good. Voice acting for the most part is on point with main characters, but non-important NPCs sound bad. Music is great, although buggy as it can loop forever. Sound effects are great too. Visually, game looks good, but nothing spectacular. Visual effects are great, like setting enemies on fire or watching dismembered arm flying through the air. There is one big downside to visual presentation, and that is flat surface textures. Looks ugly as hell. Now we come to the reason why I have decided to do this video, because I feel it is important for people to understand why modern AAA gaming is going down the shitter. Look at this situation, as it perfectly describes why role-playing elements are bad in games like Dying Light 2. Get it? My guy is walking with 7 arrows in his forehead because he has health bar and I do specific amount of damage. Headshot should count as insta-kill on humans, period. These pathetic attempts at introducing light role-playing elements is here to serve only one lord and master of modern gaming that I hate with passion, and that is grinding. Most boring, tedious and uninnovative gameplay loop that was once present only in JRPGs, although not to this extent, and MMORPGs. Our Aiden, experienced warrior and parkour master, thanks to lack of levels, can't do goddamn thing without huffing and puffing. It is at times like controlling fat fuck who became one with the couch and decided to get up after weeks of being a slob. That is, my dear viewers, our Aiden. Why? Because this stupid role-playing element slowed down his and yours progression to a fucking crawl, where he needs to parkour for 2000 hours to learn fucking slide ability, which would probably make him tired after doing it only once, but traveling for 2000 miles to get to this place was not an issue. And yet he can't climb a building without 13 stamina upgrades. Wanna know how to sprint? Well, you have to learn it first. Wanna know how to crouch? Learn it first. Can he even breathe without grinding? Considering how quickly he loses stamina, I'd say he barely knows even that. In a game like this, all these abilities should be available from the start, which would make the game far more fun immediately without having to invest 50 hours first. I don't mind having stats and gear that defines a character, but learning basic skills is a huge downside. Not to mention how long it takes to level it up. Game wants to be fast-paced through parkour, great variety of combat moves and fun combat, but then it contradicts itself because you can't do anything at the beginning, you get tired incredibly fast, which slows down parkour flow, and have to loot huge amount of items to craft anything. Most chests are locked, so lockpicking is necessary, which is annoying because how often it happens, or chests where you have to tap button repeatedly to just open it. Also, every item needs to be looted individually. Bloody hell does it slow everything down. Game needs auto area loot desperately. For action-packed, fast gameplay loop, this doesn't work. Dying Light 2 is doing everything it can to slow player down in all aspects, and it serves no purpose but to artificially prolong game time. Developers said that to finish everything, game needs to be played 500 hours. Of course, when it is required to play 50 hours to unlock 3 basic skills. I would rather eat shit than play this for 500 hours. There are also some dubious developing decisions. Repairing weapons can't be done except little bit through mods, which is horrible substitute for proper repair. What a dumb decision. This means no matter how great weapon you have found, it is going to break eventually, and there is nothing to be done about it except install couple mods to increase weapons lifespan. Also can't loot weapons off of enemies because logic. Couple more bad developing decisions, like too many zombies at places of interest that spawn from everywhere and leads to increase in tedium. Can't run in friendly areas for some reason too. There are bugs too, and the game supposedly has performance issues, which I didn't experience on PC, so can't comment on. Quick review verdict: 6 out of 10, which means decent game. Potential stays at 6 because core of the game is badly done progression and they can't change it. I don't see how they could. Dying Light 2 is fun product when it is not driving you insane. Shame they went Ubisoft way instead of creating something special, because Dying Light series had potential to become something else. Anyway, that is it. Check out if you'd like description for Patreon and subscribe to our links for additional content for supporters that go the extra mile, and thank you for watching this quick review.